This conference will now be recorded.
Let me give a brief intro about myself. I am Ram Prasad. I am working in a software concern and have been working. I have experience around 13 years of experience in SAP FICO with various worked in various projects and accounts, and currently in support project as a team lead. So first we will go with our course content. So course content will be with this starting with the basic settings of FI, organizational structure of FI. Then then we'll be coming to general ledger accounting, then accounts payable, then accounts receivable, then as asset accounting, then comes with FIMM integration. FI is called finance and MM is materials management, which is another module in SAP. So FIMM integration and FISD integration, which we will be covering. Then with the taxes, coming to controlling side, we'll be covering the basic settings for controlling, organizational structure for CEO, then cost element accounting, cost center accounting, profit center accounting, and internal audit accounting. So these are the course content that we will be covering in our FI course. So coming, duration of the course will be around 30 to 40 hours. So SAP, once you enroll, SAP access, demo system access will be given from Naveen, so you can get it from Naveen. So daily 1 hour classes we will be having. So the next is with the roadmap, where initially SAP started with R2 system in the year 1972. Then it came up with R3, which is in year 1992. Then it was ERP, which is Enterprise Resource Planning, which is called as ERP, which is in 2004. Then it came with a specific in-memory database, which is called as HANA database in 2011. Then it was with S4HANA in 2015. So this is the roadmap or the evolution of SAP. So now we will see what is R3 architecture here. So the first thing will be presentation in R3 architecture. The first layer will be presentation layer, application layer, and database layer. So presentation layer is nothing but when the end user or the person who enters into SAP GUI gives his user credentials, goes to particular transaction code. If, say for an example, the end user is posting a vendor invoice, then he will be entering the document date, posting date, payment terms, GL account, amount. So all these things comes under presentation layer. Application layer is nothing but the SAP NetWeaver part, where all the data will be coming to the application layer, and from application layer it picks up with the it hits the database, and from database again the data are retrieved and it sends to application layer, and from application layer the data are sent to presentation layer, where you will be getting the output from the necessary transaction code which you give. So this is how the R3 architecture functions in SAP. So the next one will be ASAP methodology. Whenever you have been, after you complete this course, whenever say for an example you have been put on to an implementation project in SAP. So the first and foremost thing is, what is the methodology that you are going to use in SAP. So in SAP, we have ASAP methodology and another one which is Activate methodology. So currently, some of it depends on the customers, like which methodology do they want to use. Either they can use ASAP methodology or the Activate methodology. So what is ASAP methodology here? So ASAP stands for Accelerated SAP. So its purpose is to help design SAP. This methodology will help implement the customers with SAP use cases, business cases that they can im implement with this methodology. So what if you are going to implement this ASAP methodology? So what are the phases that we want to go through? So phase one will be project preparation phase. Phase two will be business blueprint phase. Phase three, realization phase. Phase four will be final preparation. Phase five will be go live and support. So whenever you are put into an implementation project, either you will work as a functional consultant, or you will, or technical architects will be there. So mostly when you are put into an implementation project, you will be working as a functional consultant. So the first step for a functional consultant in project preparation phases, in addition with the technical architect, we have to schedule a workshop or meeting scheduled with clients and customers, so that we have to get to know what are the business process that they follow. So what is the business process, whether accounts payable they use, accounts receivable they use, what are the sub modules do they use, and in which countries do they function. So overall business flows we have to, and we will be understanding in project preparation phase. And in turn the project managers will be proceeding with what is the budget, what is the what are the streams that they need, how many resources do they need, and if it is from offshore on site, what is the ratio that they want to do, or what is the project start date, what is the project end date. So all these details will be captured in a roadmap in project preparation phase. So after this phase one is getting completed, it shifts to the phase two, which is business blueprint. So business blueprint is nothing but whatever the inputs that we have got from the customers and clients, like accounts payable, accounts receivable, asset accounting. So in this business blueprint, in depth, what are the GL accounts that we will be using, what are the business transactions, day-to-day business transactions that they use, whether vendor invoice payments, down payment request, if it comes to accounts receivable, whether dunning process has been happening, whether they are using with customer invoice. So all these in-depth business transactions with what are all the GL accounts, GL accounts, balance carry forward, and all those things will be designed in business blueprint, and we will be capturing it in business blueprint. So after completion of phase two, it shifts to phase three, that is called as realization phase, where whatever the informations that we have gathered in business blueprint will be depicted in SAP. So what is the company code, what is the company name, then any business areas that they use. So all whatever informations that's been gathered in business blueprint will be implemented in SAP through realization phase. All these will be done by functional consultants. Then the next, after it gets completed, rigorous testing activities will happen in phase 4, which is final preparation phase. So in final preparation testing activities, there are different types of testing activities that will be done in this phase. Initially, they will start with system testing, which will be in the four walls of SAP. Then after system testing is getting completed, they will be proceeding with the functional consultants will be proceeding with system integration testing, where if any integration point, any third-party systems are involved. So whether the data flows from outbound and inbound. So those testing will be done in system integration testing. Then regression testing will be done. So say for an example, you are doing a current change, but that current change shouldn't affect the existing program. So that kind of testing is called as regression testing. Then performance testing will be done. So all these rigorous testing activities will be done in final preparation. So after the testing activities are being done, then all the code changes will be moved to production system, which is go live. So after go live is getting completed, we will be having a hypercare support for 3-4 months. Whatever issues that we come across, that will come under hypercare or normal support, where for this also functional consultants will be involved to resolve the incidents that's been raised by the customers. So do you have any doubts till now?
Yes, hi Ram, Shripad here.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, when you said implementation, what does it exactly mean?
Implementation is nothing but say for an example, you are working to a customer, say Tata wants to implement SAP. They don't have any SAP. They are doing a fresh SAP implementation.
Okay, so previously they are using some other ERP and they want to switch to SAP now.
Right. So that is called as implementation.
Okay. Okay.
So we have two. Okay, so one is greenfield implementation, the another one is brownfield implementation. So greenfield implementation is nothing but they are implementing from the scratch. They don't have any SAP and they are implementing for the first time. Brownfield implementation is nothing but they have SAP before. They are upgrading it to newer version of SAP. So that will come under a brownfield implementation. Clear?
Okay. And usually, you said these are going to be our roles in implementation.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I mean, what kind of role are we going to play in this implementation? On an
In,
average, what
yeah,
is expected from our end?
the expectations would be whenever an implementation project starts, the first module that they will implement is FI. So as a functional consultant, you have to know the business process first from the clients, and you have to implement with the what is the company that they use, whether group company do they use or not, what is the company code that they function in, which different countries do they operate. So all these business flows you have to know from customers, and you have to implement with company code, fiscal year variants, business areas, posting periods, and all those things you have to define it in SAP.
All these things if customer is implementing SAP.
Yes, the functional consultants will get the details from customers, and functional consultants will implement in SAP.
Okay, okay, cool. Thank you.
Krishna here. I have one question. So what happens when people are moving from Tally or Oracle to SAP? So what is that called? Is it greenfield or brownfield?
That is greenfield, because it is totally new, right, for the customer. They are using a different
Mhm.
ERP, but they don't use SAP at all.
Okay, so basically we have to take the balances from that one and we have to load it into SAP, correct?
Right. That will come under data migration.
Data
That is
migration. Oh,
right.
oh. Okay, so that would be greenfield.
Right.
Oh, thank you.
shall we move to next topic?
Yes, please. Sure.
So the next, as a functional consultant, you need to know what is the landscape, SAP landscape that the customers follow. Mainly, mainly it will be with the starts with the development system, then testing system, then with the performance system, and finally it will move to production. So this will be the landscape. Starting, it is optional that the customer can have a sandbox system. Sandbox system is nothing but a playground system where the users can create their own. It's a it's a demo system or a practice system, basically sandbox system. So some might have, some might not have. So it is purely depend upon the customer. The main thing will be, as far as I have seen in real time, mainly the code changes or the program changes will be done in development system. Then all the code changes or the program changes which they do will be getting transferred to moved to quality system, where in the system testing, system integration testing will be done. So after this, the changes will be moved to pre-production system, where the business or the customers will do the UAT, which is user acceptance testing. That will be done specifically by the customers. So after that, if the code changes has to forego any performance related things, then a performance system will be specifically designed, and that changes will be moved to the performance system with huge load or volume or stress, whatever testing that they wanted to perform will be done. So after that, the codes will be moved to production system. So this is the normal basic landscape in SAP. Do you have any doubts on it?
Yeah, hi, sorry, Ram. Can you just explain this in a plain or layman terms? I'm not getting it actually.
So say
Landscape
for an
as in,
example,
please, yeah, the example will be best. Yeah, thank you.
yeah, landscape as in this is the process that they follow. So first, the initial changes will be done in one system, which is the development system. Say for an example, um, a vendor invoice, we have a transaction code name FB60. So the customer wants an enhancement in the transaction code vendor invoice FB60. So they are the customers are suggesting to add a specific field for that transaction code. So what the developer will do, according to the requirement, the developer will do the changes in the development system. So after the changes is done in development system, the code changes will be moved to quality system, where the test analyst or a functional consultant himself will do the testing in quality system. So after that, it will come to pre-production system, where the business the customers will check the will give the user acceptance testing. The customers will do the testing on their own, and they will be giving the business sign off, so that the codes can be moved to production system. Is that clear, or still you have any doubts?
No, it's clear now. Yeah.
So this will be the original landscape for the customers. So you in real time, you have to know what is the methodology that they use and what is the landscape that they use. So role of a functional consultant will be in all the phases here. Functional consultant will be involved. So the next slide will be organization structure for FI. So what is an organizational structure? So it starts with client, company, company code, business area, functional area. So what is a client? When you open an SAP, you have three options named client, a specific number will be maintained, and you will be giving your user credentials. That means from that particular client, you are entering into SAP, and from there you are going to create your group company, company code, business area, functional area. Let's take an example with Tata Group. So Tata Group is a group company, which is called as company in SAP terms. So company code is nothing but this Tata Group company has a lot of subsidiary companies. Say for an example, Tata Consultancy Services, Tata Steel, Tata Salt, Tata Power, Tata Motors, n number of subsidiary companies for that group company. So all these subsidiary companies in SAP term is called as created as company code. So when a company code is created, business area is nothing but in which geographical location the company code functions. Say for an example, Tata Power can work in Hyderabad. Tata Steel can have a business area in Pune. Then Tata Consultancy Services can work from Chennai. So likewise, the geographical locations of that particular company code is derived as business area. So coming to the next one, from this business area, what are the functional areas that they function? So in that particular Chennai business area, for this particular company code, there can be sales department, there can be stationery department, there can be canteen department, there can be purchasing department. So all these departments are called as functional area. I hope you got a clear picture of what is an organizational structure for FI. So it starts with client, company, company code, business area, and functional area. Is that clear?
Yes, Ram. Yeah.
Okay. So apart from this, other modules that we have in SAP is which is called as material management, where POs from this module, POs, purchase orders will be created, or purchase requisition will be created, purchase info records will be maintained for the materials. So all procurement related stuffs will be done through materials management. SAP FICO, finance and controlling. Finance accounting is called as external reporting tool. Controlling, which is the management accounting, which is called as internal reporting tool. Then the next one, SD, which is called as sales and distribution. So this captures the revenues that it captures the revenue. So whatever revenue, whatever the product that we have from the procurement, from the stores, you sell to the end customers, so that the revenues are captured through sales and distribution. HR, human resource management. Then PPC, production planning and controlling. BW, which is business warehouse. BIBO, which is business intelligence, business objects, which is called as BODS, business object data services. Then we have event management, real estate management, inventory management. So all modules are there in SAP, and all these modules will be getting integrated with FI through general ledger accounting. So main will be general ledger accounting, and the other sub modules are, which comes as accounts payable, accounts receivable, asset accounting. All will come and as a sub modules of FI. So is that clear?
Yes, Ram.
Yeah. So with this, we will conclude our demo session now. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me.
Yes, Ram. When we say we are into FICO, which is financial accounting and controlling. So can you just define both these terms means SAP as in FI and CO? What is controlling and what is financial accounting? A gist of it would do.
FI is nothing but your external, as I've said you, FI is nothing but your external reporting tool where all the day-to-day business transactions will be captured through general ledger accounting, where you will be preparing your trial balance sheets, and profit and loss statements, and whatever amounts that you prepare, it has to be circulated to all the stakeholders, whoever may be. So that for that purpose, FI, we use finance accounting. Controlling is nothing but internal management tool. Say for an example, you are having a store in particular geographical location. In that particular geographical location, for that particular product, what is the sales that you have for that particular month? What is the revenue that it has generated for that particular month? So all those details you can get it from controlling point of view. So that's why it is called as internal reporting, internal reporting tool, which the reports will be circulated within the company leadership team itself. So that is called as internal reporting tool. Am I clear, or do you have any doubts?
Yeah. Doesn't controlling come under? Sorry. Yeah. Doesn't controlling come under sales and all, or does it have to come under finance?
No,
Or
controlling
you
is a
just give an
separate.
example.
Yeah, controlling is a separate module. FI is a separate module.
Okay, because when we say we are into FICO, controlling does come, right? That's
Yes,
why
yes, correct. Yes, right. But normally they say FICO, but to be specific, FI is a separate module and controlling is a separate module.
Okay. And in this course, we'll be mainly focusing on FI, right?
This course will cover both FI and CO.
And CO. Okay. And one more question. Sorry, I'm totally new to this. After completing this, what kind of job role I'll be expecting
You
majorly?
can you
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can after completing this course, you can get a job in as an prepare your resumes as a functional consultant itself.
Functional consultant.
Right. The role will be as a functional consultant. It may, the terms might be different from company to company, but normal, the generic term will be functional consultant.
Okay. And usually, if not implementation, what are the other job roles of a functional consultant?
Support.
If
If not direct implementation is not there, you will be put on to support.
support as in for what? Or I'll
Support.
have to complete the course to know that.
Yeah, right. So support project in the sense, after the implementation phase is getting completed, the next phase will be your support in day-to-day business transactions. Customer might, if they face any errors or issues, support tickets will be created by customers, and the functional consultants has to resolve those issues and give the resolution to customers.
Okay. And uh, just just out of curiosity, what kind of errors do we get?
Kind
Just the
of
normal
errors.
ones.
Yes, say for an example, vendor line item report is there. So normally it takes 1 or 2 minutes time. Now the customer is raising an incident stating it takes 10 or 15 minutes over time to generate a report.
Pull up the
So
data.
this,
Okay.
yeah, pull up the data. So this will be raised as an incident, and as a functional consultant, we have to get things done and do a performance improvisation, and we have to give the root cause analysis to customers. Okay.
Yeah. And before we proceed, what kind of what can we say, a knowledge is expected from our end, just to understand this module FI.
You are, if you know with the finance thing, you're a become graduate, right? So you know finance, so
Yes, but
that is
I'm not very good at it. That's my query. I'm not good with the, you see,
yeah, right.
11th, 12th, I did my 11th and 12th from science. So my basics in accounting are a bit weak, but I'm going to work on that. And I just wanted to know if I nag you for the basic things, will that be okay?
Yeah, just brush up your basics. That would more than suffice.
Okay, sure, sure. I'll do that. But a bit of a fair warning. I might trouble you a lot for the basic things. The SAP thing, I'll get it covered, but the accounting basic things might be an issue for me.
Okay.
One more thing, one question from my side. I would like to understand, like, because when we apply for a job, people would really ask how many projects you have implemented or supported in implementation. So how do we counter that one? Because there would be a competition, right? So we would have just learned this subject, and we would have just practiced on our test system or the access which you provide. But that would be one of the major questions which they would ask us.
I hope this Naveen could answer about what are the projects, or how to tackle, how to prepare the resumes. That will be shown by you by Naveen. You can contact him.
Okay, understood.
Uh, and going forward, we are going to have these lectures on a daily basis or on weekends.
Daily basis, not on weekends.
Okay. That's 5 days a week or 7 days a week.
5 days. 5
5
days
days
a
a
week.
week.
Yeah, 5 days a week. Notes will be given to you, and the recorded session links also will be provided to you after completion of the sessions.
And what timing can we expect for these lectures? Is 9 p.m. okay?
Yeah, now 9 or 9:30. I'm fine.
Okay, sounds good. That's all. That's all.
Yeah, if there is no more questions, then we can wind up this session.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Is
thanks,
Naveen
guys.
on the call?
Yeah, you can contact them directly. That's fine.
Okay, sure, sure. We'll do that. Thank you.
Yeah,
What would be the class timings? What would be the session?
timings would be at night time,
Night.
9 or whatever time that is suitable to you. You can inform Naveen so that we can proceed further.
Okay.
But in the
Usually it will.
evenings, right? Sorry. Yeah,
Pardon me?
please go ahead.
Would it be 1 hour class or 2 hour class? I'm just trying to understand.
1 hour class. 1 hour class, not more than that.
Okay, so 5 days into 1 hour, right?
Right.
And we would be given access to SAP this one business module, correct? That ERP system.
Yes, you will be provided access. All access will is taken care by Naveen. So he will be providing you.
Okay. So, I mean, would we get access to that this one, right? Test system, not the kind of production system which we would be having in our
The
companies.
access is a demo system. It is a practice system. It's a demo system.
Demo system. Okay. Understood. Okay.
Ram, one last thing. Lectures are going to be in the evening, right? Not in the morning.
At night, this time might be.
Okay, sure. The timings can be according to you, not an issue. But just I wanted to know if lectures are going to be in the morning or in the evening.
Can you? I'm not able to hear you properly. Can you come back?
Yeah, I saw. I just wanted to know if the lectures are going to be in the morning or in the evening.
It will be in this time only, not in the morning.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know. Good. Thank you.
And will you, the faculty, be available like? I mean, because I do not know. I joined the class late. So if you have any doubts, how can we reach out to you? Will you be available for whole day or only at a particular time?
Reach out me through emails. I'm active in mails. You can reach
And
out any queries. You can reach out through my mail.
email. Okay. Got it.
Okay. Yeah. Fine, guys.
Ram, so sorry. One last thing. At
Mhm.
at the completion of this course, what's our agenda going to be? Are we going to be ready to work directly, or we need some support first, say with an internship or something like that? Or are you going to make us a job ready?
Yes. You will be able to work directly in the job.
Okay. Okay. That's all. That's all from my end.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Then